1, 2, 3, let's go.
Wednesday afternoon, hoping you will tune into our show. It's hosted by Cuz. He'll introduce the gang who'll make the
Good afternoon.
Hey. I was
Can you hear
starting
me?
questioning yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, I was starting to question myself. I thought, did I send the link? Did he get the link?
Am I late? Sorry if I am.
No, it's fine.
2 minutes.
It's fine. Yeah, I was just just checking. Oh, how are you?
Yeah, not bad. A bit let down on the engineer guy because he didn't turn up yesterday.
Oh, dear.
And having been told late morning he was coming in the afternoon, I
Yeah.
phoned again about 4 o'clock and they said, "Oh, sorry, it's all gone wrong." So I let them know what I felt. I said to the guy speaking to me it wasn't his fault, but I did let him know what I felt about it. Long story short, they're now coming on Monday morning. So really frustrating because, as I say, I changed our podcast for the benefit of these people and then they let me down. But I guess that's what happens sometimes, isn't it?
It is indeed.
Frustrating. So yeah, it's a shame I had to change the date, second week running, but
it's
it just felt very let down by them. But as I say, life goes on and worse things happen, don't they?
That's it.
How are you? You all right?
I'm okay.
You okay?
Yeah, I've got my coffee today.
Good. Yeah, I've got my Crystal Palace cup and
right.
Yes,
so
that's good stuff.
Yeah, so welcome to the Alien Spaceship with myself, Emmy Hikins, and he calls me bruv.
And me, Trevor Gear, and I call him Cuz.
I was anticipating that. I thought he's gonna get it wrong. He's gonna get it wrong. Right. So
and I call you Cuz, don't I? Right.
Yeah. This is it. Right. So first impressions, like you said.
First impressions. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. First impressions. Yes, it's actually quite an interesting subject, first impressions, because
Indeed.
I think as humans, we go about our days and our lives, and things happen that we calculate in our brains without really being aware of that. And first impressions is maybe an opportunity just to think about the impressions. How long does it take to make an impression on somebody? So I would say first impressions are or can be pretty important, depending on, I guess, who we want to impress. Notable that the word impress is part of the word impressions. So it is perhaps about, in some cases at least, trying to make a good impression, trying to impress somebody in certain situations. Yeah. Somebody once said, I don't know who it was, but they were quite clever to say it, and that is, we don't get a second chance to make a first impression. And that that doesn't need to be explained. It's self-evident, isn't it, that if we go to meet somebody and we want to make a good first impression, if we go into the room and we mess it up, we can't say, "Oh look, let me go outside and come in again and start again." We don't get that chance, do we, to make a first impression? So I wonder, what sorts of situations are we keen on making a good first impression? Well, I suppose an obvious one would be a job interview. If we've gone for a job, we clearly want to make we want to impress them. We want them to like us and so on. So that's one situation. Another fairly obvious one, I guess, is if we were going on a date, and that's more of a mutual thing, because we want to make a good first impression with the person, and we want to gain a good first impression. So all sorts of dynamics in the way are going on there when two people are meeting in that situation. There's lots of situations. Another might be prospective in.
The leader of our gang will make the show go with a bang and fund the aim of everything customers and fund the aim
nice is if we were going on a date. And that's more of a mutual thing, because we want to make a good first impression with the person, and we want to gain a good first impression. So all sorts of dynamics in the way are going on there when two people are meeting in that situation. There's lots of situations. Another might be prospective in-laws, or the parents of a partner who you just met, and you met the in-laws, and you want them to take to you, to like you, and you equally want to like them. So there's a mutuality about that. So there are sort of some situations where we would want to make a good first impression. If we have new neighbours, for example, we go and give them a knock, and we hope they like us, and we hope we like them as well. So again, this is a two-way thing, and all sorts of other sort of situations. How the question really comes about: how long does it take to make a first impression? Any thoughts on that? How long? Yeah, how long, in other words, if you're trying to make a good impression on somebody who you meet for the first time, how long would you say it takes for them to form an impression of you, for better or worse?
Well, if there was like a conversational circumstance, I think that would make it easier for you to then be able to, because then you think, well, the first time they open their mouth,
Yeah, that's a fair point. Very fair comment.
So you think, well.
So what would you say then? It'd be pretty quick, you're saying.
I'm just thinking about it. Right. So if I met somebody for the first time, it depends on how long I've spent with them, and it depends on what circumstance it is. Say, for instance, if I met like a friend's partner, for instance, I wouldn't be able to make that first impression, because the sort of impression that I have of the person that I already know sort of supersedes any negative or positive or impression that I might have of the person. So it's what they call a benefit of the doubt. So I'll sort of give them the benefit of the doubt, because I know their partner and they're pretty much a nice person. And so I would think that, a nice person obviously would marry another nice person. But it's not always the case.
Yeah.
I
think that's a very good point. You're saying there's a sort of an immediate bias.
Yeah, there's a sort of an immediate bias straight away. I'm thinking, right, so if that's that person's wife, and I'm good friends with that person, I would try my best to not have a negative impression of them, because I know that whatever impression that I have of them would obviously affect the
of our gang will make the show go with a bang, and fund the aim of everything cast us, and fund the